It's Monday, June 24th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. A lot to talk about. In fact, there's so much to talk about. I'm just going to get right into this video today. Feel free to comment down below on any of this. But I was just reading this article. Came out on Drudge a little earlier today. Ransomware group threatens Federal Reserve, claims it hacked America's banking secrets. The ransomware group known as Lockbit claimed to have hacked the Federal Reserve Bank and says it will release 33 terabytes of sensitive data on Tuesday. They also said this: you better hire another negotiator within 48 hours and fire the clinical idiot who values American bank secrecy at $50,000. So this is very interesting. Has anybody heard about this? I don't know what the validity of this story is right now that's being reported. It seems legit. And if this is true, it's another reminder to all of us that the system is extremely vulnerable, extremely fragile. If your money is sitting in one of these institutions, if it's sitting in a computer, it is very, very vulnerable. And as things escalate globally with these wars, we're going to see more of this type of warfare taking place on our water facilities, our hospitals, our financial institutions, now the Federal Reserve, the military. Of course, everybody knows what's happening in the auto industry with this massive ransomware attack that has actually shut some dealers down now. So every day is another attack. Quite interesting. Here's one today from CNBC. Bitcoin tumbles below $60,000 to start the week. As I make this video, it is down around $4,500. It was down nearly $5,000 at one point today. It says here in the article, we've seen over $1.2 billion of outflows in the last 2 weeks. Now look, if you like gambling and you can afford to gamble, by all means. But this is what this is. Nobody will ever change my mind on this. We know that Bitcoin and these cryptos have never been tested. They've never gone through a world war, a depression, a financial collapse, a currency collapse. Gold has done that over 5,000 years. So look, if you want to gamble and you know it's gambling, then great. That's fine in my opinion. You could do whatever you want to do. But I think as long as you know that this stuff is just purely gambling and it's a giant Ponzi scheme, is there money to be made? Yes, absolutely. But there's huge risk and it is gambling. This stuff is nothing more than gambling. Bitcoin prices plunged overnight after now defunct Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox said it would begin distributing assets stolen from clients in a 2014 hack starting in July after years of postponed deadlines. The rehabilitation trustee has been preparing to make repayments in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. The repayments will be made from the beginning of July 2024. And this is what they're saying is leading to the imminent sell-off. So maybe there's opportunity here for the gamblers to jump in and, maybe it's going to go down a bit and maybe it will come back. Who knows? This is purely gambling. But quite interesting when you see, I don't know if what is this? Is it's an asset, a currency, a digital money. Nobody even really knows what this stuff is. There's so many different terms used. It's just a giant Ponzi scheme. And yes, you can make money, you can lose money, but it's just so volatile. This is why it will never beat gold. Here's one today on CNBC. Gold could rally to $3,000 over the next 12 to 18 months, according to Bank of America. Look, if we begin to see things really escalate in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Taiwan, or even right here, you could see gold break $3,000 very, very quickly. Now, the difference, in my opinion, between gold and the cryptos is I can get to gold. My gold is in specific locations that I can get to, physically hold it. It's not sitting on a computer screen. It can't be hacked. It can't be tracked. Unhackable, untrackable, untaxable. This is why, again, so many countries are stockpiling this stuff. Literally every central bank is buying record numbers of physical physical gold. And I'm going to keep doing this. I have an order that's going to be coming in. And look, I advise that everybody hold some tangible assets. This is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing. I'm just a person with a camera and a microphone. But we are heading into some very, very turbulent times, shall we say. And if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And just knowing the extent of these cyber attacks, grids could go down. That means your power's down, your computer's down, internet's down. What in the world? How would you transact with this digital money, such as Bitcoin or any of these other cryptos? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. You're going to need physical, tangible, hard assets, ladies and gentlemen. If you need help with that, go to my link down below, SD Bullion. I've been dealing with them for 6.5 years. You can buy from whoever you want to buy from. You don't have to buy. You can go buy more crypto. You can buy Barbie dolls. You can buy baseball cards. You can buy stocks. You can buy whatever you want to buy. But I just think me sitting here today, talking out loud, thinking out loud, that I believe it's extremely important to be holding some real things that you can physically get to in a time of emergency. Again, if you can gamble, if you can afford to lose money, hey, go ahead, have at it. Gamble some cryptos, gamble some Bitcoin. You might make some money, you might lose some money. But you're not gambling when you're buying gold or silver because it has a 5,000-year history. None of these, gold nor silver, have ever been worth zero. And they typically, historically, always go up in the worst of times. The hedge today: Texas logistics company with 500 truck drivers abruptly ceases operations. Almost 2,000 truck drivers, warehouse, stock workers, and office personnel of humble Texas-based U.S. Logistics Solutions say they were blindsided late Thursday when they were notified via conference calls or by text message that the company was ceasing operations and that they would not receive paychecks on Friday. So no job, no paycheck. These people are effed. We know that literally 80% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck. And we've talked about it numerous times, talking with Lionel over the past week about this. That really stood out with him, that a lot of people are one flat tire away from big trouble. And when you have people now who last Thursday lost a job, don't get paid on Friday, they have mortgage payments to make, rent, car payments, credit card payments. Most people cannot afford, in this country, cannot afford to miss one paycheck. And now these people just missed a paycheck, and on top of that, they just lost a job. How quickly can they replace their job? What do they do without this paycheck? What if they have car trouble? Now they can't make the mortgage. I mean, this is an absolute disaster. And how do you like that? You get a text message that you just lost your job. Really unbelievable how the American worker is being treated in this country. It's really disgusting. It's repulsive how, truck drivers are some of the hardest workers, most humble people. Over the years, many years ago, traveling across the country, having a breakdown in a car. Who pulled over? It was always a truck driver. The truck drivers would pull over, make sure you're okay. Probably, 7-8 years ago, I got a flat tire on the 60, and I was in the Badlands, and 3 different truck drivers, as I'm waiting for AAA to come out and fix the tire. And I know people will say, why don't you fix your own tire? I had a very nice suit on. I have AAA for a reason. You pay, $80 a year for AAA. You don't have to risk getting out and sitting on the side of a freeway, getting, your suit destroyed in 100-degree weather. They come out within 15, 20 minutes and take care of it. It's a fantastic service. I highly recommend it. But anyways, nonetheless, not 1, not 2, but 3 different truck drivers, as I was waiting for that 20-minute period, 3 different truck drivers pulled over just to make sure I was okay. So, some of the best people in the world, and this is a total atrocity, what is happening. But prepare for more. And this is why I say on a daily basis that nobody's immune from losing a job. Nobody is immune from losing a job, and you need to be prepared for this. Lionel and I, when we did the show last week, talked about this and recommending, 6 to 12 months of cash reserves put away just in case of an emergency, so that if you or a spouse loses a job, you're not going into panic mode. You can sit back, reevaluate things, take a breath, and you're going to be okay. You can pay your bills for the next 6 to 12 months. People who lost a job on Thursday, who had no cash reserves, these people are in big, big trouble. Here's another one today. I thought this was mind-blowing. The postmillennial.com, Savannah Hernandez reports Massachusetts spending $5,400 monthly per room for the newcomers, overwhelming small towns and cities outside of Boston. This is unbelievable, and I watched some of the video of this. A former Fairfield Inn located in Denham, the town of Denham, which is about 30 minutes outside of Boston, 149 rooms. Previously, they would rent these rooms out for $129 a night. Now they're renting the rooms out for $180 a night, getting $5,400 a month of your tax dollars. $9 million in taxpayer dollars contributing to this. Yet these truck drivers are out of a job. We got vets sleeping on sidewalks. We got homeless people all over the place. We got people losing their businesses. Now people are beginning to lose their houses or losing their jobs. And we are sending $9 million of taxpayer dollars to these little hotels at $5,400 a month to put people in there who are not from here, while people who are from here or are residents here losing jobs, losing houses, being evicted, losing cars, losing quite literally their entire life, getting no help whatsoever. How do you feel about that? Comment down below. I think it's absolutely disgusting. So disgusting. Unbelievable. Here's another one. Russia warns the U.S. to brace for retaliation after Kremlin blamed Washington for missile attack that killed 4 people in Crimea. So U.S. missiles that were supplied by Washington killed 4 people. 2 of them were children, by the way. Russia says this cannot be without consequences. Time will tell what these will be. This according to a Russian spokesman. This is really, really escalating, and there's no doubt we are in this war, soon to be in a war over in Taiwan with China. Things escalating in the Middle East. We just cannot keep our nose out of these situations. And knowing how many people are over here now and are still coming over, and the amount of very, very bad people with very bad intentions, and now we keep poking this bear over on the other side of the world, it just makes no sense to me whatsoever. This country is itching for a world war. Look, we've depleted our strategic petroleum reserves between 40 and 50%. We've sent so many munitions over to Eastern Europe. We are not prepared. I mean, physically, the condition of the young people in this country that would have to go fight, they're in no condition, mentally nor physically, to be going into a war. We are not prepared for this. We don't have the mindset. Again, we're not physically prepared for this. We don't have the munitions. Our technology is falling behind. And look, you're dealing with serious militaries like Russia, China, Iran. And we just keep meddling over there. We would never, ever win a world war with these countries, going against these countries. It is absolutely impossible. And don't forget, this nation is bankrupt. Bankrupt. And all these nations now are all part of the BRICS. Their militaries are bigger. They have more soldiers. They have more technology. These hypersonic missiles that Russia has, traveling 7 times the speed of sound. 7 times the speed of sound. We're just asking for big, big trouble. And so now, recently we've had, a battleship and a submarine, nuclear submarine off the coast of Florida. This does not end well if we do not back off of this. I do not know why we just keep provoking and provoking. But we're going to keep provoking one day, and it's going to lead to world war. So Listen, none of this can really be stopped. All you can do is take care of you the best that you can and your family. Here's another one today. Speaking of taking care, strap hanger blinded by vagrant in random attack says she is grateful to be alive in statement read at sentencing. So this dirtbag, I believe, was sentenced yesterday. Maybe it was this morning. I don't remember. But the violent event took place back in September of 2022. The Howard Beach JFK Airport Station. This woman had a security job over there, and she's walking through this terminal, and this guy comes out of nowhere for no reason and just starts beating her, punching her, kicking. She lost her eye. The gentleman, or the demonic entity that did this, had a very, very long rap sheet, many violent altercations. He stabbed a woman in the face back in 2010. He strangled his girlfriend to death, had many other violent altercations with people over the years. And for some reason, this guy was just walking freely on the streets of America, and this woman almost lost her life. She lost an eye. Absolutely disturbing video when you watch this. But I remember when it happened a couple years ago, watching it, and I watched it again today before I did this video. Again, it's just a reminder to all of us that you could just be walking somewhere, man, woman, child, whatever. You could just be walking somewhere, minding your own business, and some demonic being can physically jump out and assault you. I want to remind everybody to get in the best shape of your life. And, you know, people will say, well, you know, you might be in good shape, but do you have the skills? It is much better to have skills than, you know, lifting weights all day. You can be strong, and that's great. But there comes a point where I think skills override strength. And so you don't want to just be like, oh, I can bench press 400 pounds. That's great. But if you don't have the skills to win, if you don't have the skills to engage or to protect yourself, what does it mean? So it's good to be strong, obviously good to be in great shape, but skills override everything. If you know how to win, if you know how to fight, if you know how to protect yourself, I think that is much more important than strength. I think having as much of it combined, being in good shape, good strength, good skill set, that is what you want. You want to be well diversified in your training. Again, that's great. You can do a bunch of push-ups. You can bench press 400 pounds. You can do a bunch of jumping jacks. You can do plyometrics for an hour. That's wonderful. But you got to have the skills. And skills, to me, are the number one thing you want, because that is what is going to allow you to be able to go home at night. Obviously, make sure you're at the range, that you're proficient with your tools. If you're, you know, if you have a permit to carry, even better. If you don't and you still do, and you believe that's your right, more power to you. If things go nuclear, then that's the last resort. But if they don't, if somebody's just going to run up to you and start attacking, I hope that everybody is developing skills to win. Again, this can happen anywhere, anytime, to anybody, so be prepared. Last one I was reading today, this also from the Drudge Report. 2 seniors swindled out of $400,000 in gold. And just to kind of just go through this article quickly as we wrap it up. Some phone fraudster, it says here, claimed his victims were facing arrest due to illegal activity in their respective Amazon accounts. The fraudster claimed to be a U.S. government agent and told these people they had multiple arrest warrants, several warrants for their arrests. And so these people were older, they were elderly. And so he, apparently this so-called fraudster got these people to write cashier's checks, buy physical gold, put the gold into an Apple box, and mail it to him. As it's a really long story, but at the end, so I want to break it down. So at the end of the day, be very careful out there. We're going to see a lot more fraud. These people lost a lot of money. It's really sad that people are preying on elderly people, But you don't have to be elderly. There's people making these videos every day that are complete fraudsters, selling you nothing but garbage. They're doing pump and dumps. Uh, they're selling you effing garbage penny stocks while they're telling you that the world's going to end, that things are going to collapse, the stock market's going to collapse. But you should be buying penny stocks right now. You should be buying into pump and dumps right now. They're selling you all kind of products that are never going to help you in a depression, a financial depression, a social depression. Again, invest in yourself. Learn the skills to protect yourself. Get at the range. Get to the gym. Buy food, buy water, buy assets. This is what you should be doing. Not gambling, not buying garbage that is never going to help you one bit in a financial crisis. These people should be ashamed of themselves. This fraudster got caught. He should go to prison for a long time. And the people who keep committing this fraud on social media, selling garbage, pump and dumps, penny stocks, they're not telling you how much they're being paid to sell you this nonsense. I don't sit here and ever sell you anything that I don't buy myself. I believe that you should have the proper tools. You should have a good blade. You should have some gold and silver. These things will never be worth zero. Penny stocks can go to zero tomorrow. These pump and dumps, they've already gone to zero. A lot of this garbage that people continue to tell you to buy they're worth zero right now. And people selling you pills to lose weight, and there's only one real way to lose weight. Yes, you can take different types of pharmaceuticals, but now we're beginning to find out that there's a lot of issues with that, side effects that are coming with that. You know how you lose weight? You get on a diet, you go to the gym, you work out, you get off the couch, and you keep moving. That's how you lose weight. Eat better, move more, exercise more, you will lose weight. There's no magic potion, no magic pill. Same thing with all this garbage that they're selling. If you want to be wealthy, then invest in yourself, invest in skills, learn how to do things, pay off your debts right now. Buy things that are going to be worth something 10 years from now. Buy things that are going to have value in the worst of times. So again, be cautious of the fraudsters, the fakes, the snake oil salesmen that are all over social media. These people are getting extremely desperate. These people will do anything for a dollar, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm a capitalist. If you have a great product and you're making money, you should. God bless you. If you're selling something that you really believe in and you get paid for it, wonderful. That's great. That's capitalism. But the problem is when people sell things that they don't believe in, that they know are garbage, that they're just pumping up before the dump, that's a big problem. To me, that's absolutely criminal. When they're selling you fake products that don't even work, criminal. When they're selling these garbage penny stocks as we're entering a depression, that to me just shows that these people have no respect for the people that are listening to them, watching them, or following them. I'm going to leave it there today. I don't want to rant. Capitalism is good. Again, if you have something great and you believe in it, and that to me is great. Again, capitalism is a great thing, but people get greedy and people sell out for a dollar. And when we get into these type of economies, you're going to see more desperation, more fraud, more con men, because they're gonna pull on the heartstrings of people. People are getting nervous. They're looking for things to improve their life. They're looking for ways to make money, and so people begin to get a little bit more desperate. So they buy into this stuff. And be careful out there. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. Anyways, have a great day. Be safe. God bless all of you. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to all of you soon.